cybersecurity really in the past couple of years has become if not the top operational risk that many large companies are trying to manage through. And it's important to understand that CISOs in their organizations aren't responsible for this threat all by themselves. I think the most important thing I learned and my experience demonstrated in my past is that we've got to keep our boards engaged, right? We've got to educate our board of directors. We've got to make sure they understand what the true risk is. And the boards have to take an active role in overseeing cyber risk management. You know, in the US, especially in the financial services sector, a lot of our regulators are demanding exactly that. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's giving these board fiduciaries skin in the game to make sure that they're following through on their responsibilities to manage risk in their organizations. And cyber risk is only going to get more complex and more pernicious. It's also important to educate the boards on the risks of ransomware because of the prevalence of the attacks associated with it. And maybe even more important, it'll save you a lot of grief if you're able to educate them on the features and limitations of your cyber policy. You know, things like coverages, exclusions, which can be very tricky, retention amounts, which may change over time. Retentions are the deductibles that your company will pay if you file a claim.
We've had numerous conversations with customers on this exact topic because it's such a hot topic right now. It's driving immense interest in finding solutions to this problem, not just talking around how do we store our data, but how do we make sure that stored data is protected? Well, one way you can protect your data is by making it immutable. You make it unchangeable, so a ransomware attack cannot encrypt your data. And that act of making your data immutable or unchangeable has become something the cyber insurance industry is very aware of as a really potent way of preventing attacks and defending your data and preventing having to pay ransom. So we've seen cyber insurance companies going to our customers and saying, you need to do this. And that's something we're seeing over and over again. As an example, one major real estate financial firm was required to have 6 months of immutable data in order to renew their policy. So without having 6 months of immutable data, the insurance company didn't want to cover them at all because their data is very sensitive, right? They're encrypting that data, exfiltrating that data could cause such loss that they just didn't want to cover them at all. So that was a requirement. The good news is we are hearing customers saying they're getting discounts if they have immutable storage in place. As an example, a Fortune 500 energy firm reported to us that they got a 15% discount on their insurance by having immutable storage in place. So cyber insurance companies are becoming aware of the risk and also the things you can do from a technology standpoint to prevent it.